Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles in the humble kingdom of Dragonstone, where we're currently looking upon a representation of the evolution of the house. Last episode we ordered 5 houses to be built. They're all in various stages of construction, and we will soon have a wave of new people joining the kingdom that we can put to work building more walls and stuff. We've planned out now our new block. We're going to do it one step at a time to make sure that our food supplies can keep up with it, because otherwise everyone will die. So one row at a time, and then we'll carry on working out what we're going to be doing over here once that's done. I think we're just going to have a whole bunch of houses along the entire, bottom section of this map up until the big fortress, and then we'll have our farming all up over here. We'll probably have a couple more bits of farming around just to make sure that we don't have to transport the food a million miles to get from A to B, but it's a nice size and shape and everything for houses here. Apart from the unfortunate rocks. I have been informed that at some point some update made it so that you can now demolish stone and iron deposits using rock removals, which is fantastic news, but I am a little bit worried about it because it's very easy to get a bit overzealous and remove all your sources of stone. And hello, what was that? There's a dragon! And it's being shot with ballistas. Yep, they're definitely working. The ballistas are absolutely working now. They are raining down on the dragons from absolutely miles away. That's fantastic news. I wonder if this thing will die before it even gets in range of anything. It's quite possible. Yep, killed straight away. Hadn't even got a chance to start even trying a run, and already it's dead. So that's fantastic news. The tower is now working. I do want to check then. If we zoom right out. Let me stick an archer tower on the top if I'm allowed to. Oh. Okay, so the archer towers don't have the same range that the ballista towers do, which is unfortunate. But we could perhaps do something more with this tower, like build up the outer bits to the height of these ballista towers, and then build a central column even higher to put archer towers that can reach everywhere. That way we can easily deal with the Vikings as well as the dragons. I'm very much looking forward to the next Viking attack, seeing as this is now working, and also we've not had one in a while. We didn't have one last episode. It's the first episode in like 30 where we've not had a Viking attack at some point. So, you know, we need some combat here. Everyone's bored. The warriors are standing around not doing anything. The archers are getting bored. They're going to start experimenting with fire arrows again. We can't allow it. Anyway, these houses are being finished now. 3 down, 2 to go. I did notice that perhaps the libraries don't have quite the perfect coverage I'd like. Unfortunately, because of the weird glitch with libraries and churches, we can't actually look at the range of the library. We just see the range of the nearest church when we do that. Don't know why. So we'll just have to build the houses and then see which ones have library range and which ones don't. I guess we'll check this middle one. That one does, but I'm suspecting that the one we build out here will not have range, which is awkward. Could do something about that. I think if we actually have all the houses staggered by a tile, it might fix it, because I think there's this square here that isn't covered, whereas this and this are covered. Not sure though. We'll build them and see, and then if there's something we can do about it, we'll try. But one more house to be done. The population is rising. We've got a load of people free, and we've got plenty of stone and wood as we usually do. So let us build a whole bunch of piers out on the edge here. Just expand the whole thing out by a layer. Should be a good start. Bit extra there. That's everyone busy. We'll also order some castle walls, just to keep everything up to date. Don't want to leave a section of undefended wall back here if we can avoid it. And I think, yeah, that lines up with here. So I think we want our tower there. And then this is the center line of the kingdom. We'll make sure to actually put some defenses up here. One there, and a ballista tower in the middle. That's all good. Everyone will get on with that. Army of people advancing with some stone. Let's make things a bit easier for them by adding in some stone roads connecting up to there. And also, it's about time we started harvesting the stone over here, seeing as it's right next to where we're currently building stuff. So, I think I'll clear out a couple of trees from here just to make some space for the roads and such we'll be having. And how to build them. One thing I forgot to really consider was how this block over here lines up with this road, because I like having this road going straight through the middle of everything, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is not a good number. Definitely not. We'd have to have a really wide block, which we could have, and fill it with farms maybe? A 6 wide block is a good thing for farms, or we have to turn it into a 2 wide and a 3 wide, which aren't the best sorts of things. So I messed that up a bit. Whoops. Maybe there's some changes I can make to that. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's all being got on with nicely. Let's fast forward. No need to go super slow. Everyone has their job. There's plenty more capacity for people as well. It's going to take a bit of time for population to turn up. Let's have a festival just in case that'll help. Should be fine though. And yeah, we're going to build basically this facility over here because that just makes sense. So I'm also going to chop down these here. We can bring this road down to connect up to all the other roads we now have. Just to help people get from A to B a bit quicker, and then we'll have it branch off over to these stone deposits over here. Of course, because everyone's busy on construction projects, nobody's chopping the trees, though I think people are coming free now. They were briefly, but maybe they've just got reallocated to the walls instead. And the roads. We've given people a lot of work to do here. Of course, a new population should help with that. They have all arrived now. I think the festival has nothing to do with it, but at some point it'll make everybody more happy or whatever. There we go. The trees are being chopped. They're taking forever to do, and of course the one in the middle finishes first, which you can't even do anything about till we have the others sorted. These guys are taking their time. It should, like, it's taken you multiple years to chop down like 5 trees. You guys are very slow. Okay, so let's coat these in as many what are they, quarries as we're allowed to. So I guess just... Can we put one there? Yep, we're allowed to do that. We're not allowed to do that. Hold on a minute. But that one's connected to that one. You can't... Oh, what is this? What is this weirdness? There are only 3 quarries amongst these 2 rocks, but it's like, no, can't do it. That's just dumb. Right, I'm gonna... Hang on. I'm gonna demolish that again, and we'll see if we're allowed to build one now. Build a quarry there. And then build a... Nope, can't build one. Can we build... No. Gotta demolish that one too. Well, that's just silly. That means I can't have, like, nice, efficient designs for my quarry positions anymore. Fine, build one there, and then... Oh, I'm allowed to build one there, I guess. Sure. I guess that works. We'll stick a stockpile, like, right there, so it's... Actually, no, we should have the stockpile more this direction to be more accessible to the builders and so on. Next, we'll have... Let's have 2 foresters. I have to have them quite far from each other for that to work properly. So, like there and there. Have a bit of a road running across here. We'll chop that, even though we've just built a forester next to it. Then we can bring the road down here and have the stockpile on the other side of it. And can we... What do you mean bridges can... That's not water. That is definitely pier. There we go. It was just being silly. Bring this road up to here. And then... I'll chop a couple more trees, but then there's got to be none left for the woodcutter. I think I'll put him... Put the stockpile... I don't know where to put it, actually. Chop this one here. In fact, we'll demolish this and move it, because we're leaving no trees left for it at the moment. So, industry, forester, we could put it over here, so it's got all this forest over here to work with. Probably better. A bit further away from where we're putting the stockpile, but whatever. Chop these 3 here. Hopefully that'll be done before the woodcutter's built, or they'll start planting stuff like crazy. And I will get ready to plonk a stockpile here. They'll feed all the construction work in this particular quarter of the map, I should hope. Oh, and here are the Vikings. Not a good time. I'm waiting for people to chop down trees at exactly the right moment. I'm busy. I'm sure you'll be fine. There'll be some ballista bolts for you. Come on, finish chopping. There, build. All good. Let's go check on the... Whoa, that went weird. Let's go check on the Vikings. Oh yeah, we're still at fast forward. Seems it's been going fine. A little bit of damage here, just from all the catapults, I imagine. Overall looks good. They're actually attacking this corner down here, which they haven't in quite a while. But I reckon we've got it covered. The Rogers are dead, if they even bother to bring any. And there should be enough arrows here to, well, they might break through that. But even if they do, they'll probably then not land there, so we'll be fine. Trying to make the way around the corner. Let's fast forward, I think we'll be safe. Yeah, one by one they're all sinking. I don't see the ballista bolts from the tower getting involved. Oh, we lost one. Ah, well, I think we've got it covered. 2 more boats. Taking a while to kill him. How many people are on that one? There's only like one guy. There we go. Dealt with. Oh, and he... Really? I swear he knocked that down after he died. That's not even fair. Alright, demolish the rubble. And rebuild the towers. And all shall be fine again. Both of them were arch towers. Plonk and plonk. And back to work. So did this actually get ordered? Because things went weird when I clicked it. Yeah, it's all fine. That looks good to me. I'm going to build out some more roads. These are... like, I might change all these roads later, but for now it's just useful for people to more easily get around, as roads are. So I'm just building random ones to help people move. We'll build another one along here soon. In fact, there's a bunch of people free. There's 55 people with absolutely nothing to do right now, so let's give them a whole bunch of work. More than 55 people's worth of work. Just to make sure they have plenty to do. I hope someone's still coming to chop these down. We ordered that before we ordered the quarry, so I'm hoping that's the case. Yep, here they are. And then we'll order a couple more roads there. Because I imagine that the stone roads are a massive improvement now on open ground, whereas the standard roads weren't that much of a boost, as far as I could tell. Again, they're taking forever to do this. People have built stone roads in the time it's taken you to chop down those trees. They've lugged the stone from miles away and placed it all neatly. Put in some sort of medieval version of cementing or whatever. I don't know how this works. But they've constructed this lovely looking road. They've even found the same shaped rocks for every different section of road. And you chopped down 5 trees in that whole time. Terrible. There we go, one's buzzing around the construction site like bees. What's happening here? I thought... oh no, I did order it like that, didn't I? Yeah, they were just blasting through the work. Have we got people free again already? Not yet, but it's only a matter of seconds. Yep, there they are. Yeah, we can just build like crazy, I think. Just keep ordering it. They'll get it done. Now, how's the food been holding up? I see that it is not at the absolute maximum. Of course, gonna... oh, yeah, it was... we were down by 200 for a brief moment before the next harvest came in. We're still losing 500 to exposure every year, so I'm gonna order another bunch of houses. I don't have to rotate these ones, that's great. I can just place them. Another 5, another 125 people to help with the construction work. Getting ever closer to 1,500. And again, they're just getting this done in moments, thanks to the, all this stuff being right here. Wait, why is there... who brought charcoal? Who brought armaments? Why is this stuff here? There's iron in here. What? People are coming from miles away to deliver to this stockpile? Does that mean stockpile rules have been changed? Because previously it seemed like they never would like go to distant stockpiles. Perhaps they've actually fixed that now. Really, I don't want that to have that sort of stuff on it. I'd rather... yeah, I'm going to switch it off. I can... ah, there's too many people to select. Yeah, I'm going to turn these off for the moment because there's no good reason for them to be here, I think. But what I will do is turn them on this stockpile over here because this is now going to be servicing all these houses and stuff here. At some point I'll demolish it, but for now it might as well make itself useful by storing a bunch of stuff. Also, I should switch that back on. It's kind of growing trees where I don't want it, but whatever. When the time comes, we can shut it down and chop them down, and that's all fine. So Rick, I just stood in there. Hope he's alright. May have been accidentally buried alive by his friends. And again, people are about to come free because we've finished all this work. So I'm just going to order the next layer. And then 1,000,000 walls. We should do something about this fortress. We clearly have the manpower for that sort of work, so... I'm thinking we build up the tower a bit more. If I can... whoop, there we go. The mouse positioning to actually build on this is a little bit confusing at times. Oh, that's gone wrong. That was actually sort of the plan anyway, so we'll just do that. Ah, again. Maybe we should do it like that, with little gaps between each one. We'll order that for now and see how it looks. But I'll probably build it up in the middle as well. And also want to build up these towers. I just had to sort of build emergency archer towers on them before to make sure that they could defend. I can remove them now and redo things. How's this going? All fine. How are the houses? Being steadily completed. Already occupied. We'll have another festival. Probably won't make a difference. People are already happy to come here. But no fires in so long. I've noticed that there are some places that don't have perfect fire safety. But it seems like the fire probabilities have just dropped so much. And also, only certain things can set on fire now. Well, things are getting a bit laggy with all the population and structures that we have now. All is going well here. In a minute we'll be able to order 1 million walls built all at once. And then this will basically be safe. There'll be a small gap over here. We'll fill that in as well. That'll all be good. In fact, we're already almost level with that. We're going to go a bit past it just to get up to there for reasons. Don't know if they're good reasons, but they're definitely reasons. I wonder if this would be a good place to build another housing section. Is it the right sort of shape? Let's count it out, because it's, what is it we need? It's 10 tiles, isn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 actually, isn't it? Let me see. From like here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm skipping ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. My god, it's perfect if it wasn't for those rocks. If we moved it out to make room for those rocks, it'd be moving up by 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we move this up by 1, 2, 3, 4, it'd be right up against the fortress then, which is maybe a bit silly because the idea of this was it was supposed to be in the sea. So I don't know if I'll rethink that or what. Yeah, maybe we should just continue the block from here. It would still mean these are getting demolished. Then again, do they line up nicely with a house? I might just leave them in place. Oh, they don't. It'd be 2 houses at least that would have to be lost for it. But is that the end of the world? I might just build around him. It's probably a better way of doing it. And then if I really need the extra space, I'll demolish him then. But until then, might as well keep him. Oh, there's a dragon, and he's dead. I like our newly upgraded defense system. Also, we attack the worst part to attack. I can demolish those now, but I might as well leave them until at least, like, the Vikings blow them up or something. Right, these are all here. They've been filled. How's the food doing? So far, we're still losing 500 to exposure, but we'll let it tick over a year just to make sure that that is accounting for these. Also, it's raining this year, so that's going to affect the harvest by quite a bit. Something to bear in mind, but I reckon we could just keep going with it. Oh, also, let me check. Does this guy have a library? He does. Fantastic, but he does seem to be missing something. Oh, he doesn't have range on a statue. Well, we can easily build another statue somewhere around here. I say that, there's not much room. We can work it out. I'm considering, well, I was considering having a 2-wide block here just to make sure we could add in some extra service buildings, but as it turns out, don't need it. These really do cover everything. So, I'll probably just go straight back to houses here. We do need to worry about markets, though. I can't leave the place too sparse in terms of markets. Yeah, we'll have our block then. We'll have a 2-wide block. Then we'll have a 4-wide block and we'll move this road along by a tile, and it's gonna haunt me forever that I've ruined our great central road. Even though I've already ruined it over there, it doesn't go to, like, straight from one end to the other, ultimately. So I guess I shouldn't complain that much. Let's demolish this stuff. Don't need these internal towers at all now, really. Definitely not the ones over here. So I think I'll get rid of these. Oh, demolishing them so much easier now. As long as you need to select the actual tower on top first, and then you can select the wall and delete it all in one fell swoop. And we'll start building this road down here. We'll basically just shift this entire road across by a tile. And I'll need to chop down a bunch more trees for that. Actually, only a few. It's going to mess with the rocks a bit, but only a bit. Wait, is that where the... Oh no, that's where, like, these things are going to be. I can't have it line up with that. It needs to line up with houses. Maybe we will have to change it then. skip out the block here, try and survive with that, build houses. If I really need to, I could swap out some houses for a statue or a market, and then have the service block here, and then a housing block here, so that that's where the rocks are, and then they'll not get in the way. I think that'll work, but we are at the 20-minute mark, so it is the end of the episode pretty much. Just for the purposes of neatness, I'm going to start demolishing some of this because it looks not very nice otherwise. There we go, population's gone up by a good... how many is it? 50 times 5, 250 extra people, and only 150 more to reach 1,500, which I think might be our next milestone, so we can do that with, I think just these here. Yep, that's 150. If we put these in, we'll have 150, and that will be fantastic. But with that, I shall say goodbye, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.